Our genesis was silence, teaching us to listen before the simple grace of speech arrived. Some sparks transcended the mere illumination of a bulb. They ignited the arc of entire centuries. We wrote our elemental questions into the cosmos, and in time, the universe granted us its answer. And yet, every time we rose, we burned. We built towers to touch heaven and used them to rain hell. Progress, we learned, doesn't care which direction it faces. The same fire that forges steel melts flesh. We kept lighting matches anyway. We built machines to lighten our hand and slowly forgot the weight of our own. Steel replaced bone, steam replaced breath. We built cathedrals to production and prayed at the altar of faster, higher, more. The machines hummed lullabies. We fell asleep standing up. We rose from sand and wind with nothing but wood, fabric, and stubborn hope. For the first time, we weren't bound to the world beneath us. And in that fragile climb, we understood how far a dream can carry us. A world on fire, cities swallowed, families shattered. In one lifetime, we learned how fragile peace truly is. We learned how loudly a century can scream and how quietly a life can disappear. And suddenly the world dazzled again. Cities rose in light, music spilled into the streets, and for a brief moment, it felt like we had outrun the shadows. And then the music stopped. The lights went out, fortunes vanished like morning fog, and the world learned how heavy silence can be. Entire cities held their breath. Pride dissolved into quiet hunger. People waited, not for bread, but for a reason to believe again. And then we taught light to talk, and it never stopped talking. One screen became a billion. One voice became infinite noise. We built windows into everywhere and forgot to look outside. The glow felt like warmth. We didn't notice it was burning us from within. The brighter the screens became, the more shadows they cast. We built weapons that could end everything, and called it peace. In the silence between alarms, the world held its breath. We divided the world trying to protect it, and filled it with fear instead. One wall rose, and suddenly every horizon felt like a warning. And in the quiet that followed, something shifted. A certainty broke. A trust fractured. The world kept moving, but a piece of its innocence stayed on that pavement, still waiting for the moment we learn how to carry loss without letting it define us. But the world moved on. On a silent world with no wind and no sky, we planted a flag. Not to claim territory, but possibility. We reached the moon, but couldn't escape ourselves. We conquered the moon, yet still couldn't stop falling into the same old wars. A generation rose up and said, "This time we choose our own future." And from the smoke, a new kind of fire began. When numbers began moving faster than any human hand could follow, the age of calculation quietly shifted beneath our feet. Inside those humming metal boxes, a new kind of mind flickered awake, small at first, but hungry for possibility. But machines weren't enough. We wanted them to speak and to connect us all. We thought the web would free us, but every connection also made us more exposed. And then the world lit up. One signal, then millions, connecting strangers like neurons finding each other. But the more connected we became, the more fragile the world revealed itself to be. On a quiet morning, humanity remembered how quickly the unthinkable can rewrite the world. And for a moment, every screen, every voice, every heart stood still. And in an instant, the sky itself felt fragile. The world held its breath, knowing nothing would ever feel as innocent again. We didn't just invent phones, we invented a new way of living, each design a step closer, each step pulling the world into our hands. We thought we were holding the device, but the truth was simple. It was already holding us. We shrank the world into a rectangle and called it progress. Every answer, every desire, every distraction, now just a tap away. We thought we were connecting, but the more we scrolled, the more we forgot what being human felt like. Every swipe pulled us deeper, every click rewired us, until we couldn't tell the difference between wanting and being told what to want. For the first time, we weren't alone in the room anymore. We built minds from metal and math, thinking faster than we ever could, asking questions we never thought to ask. We built minds from metal and math, thinking faster than we ever could, asking questions we never thought to ask. And somewhere in all that speed, we lost track of who was steering. But the next chapter, that's where the truth starts to show itself. And when it finally opened its eyes, we realized the future wouldn't arrive as metal, it would arrive as a mind. In every race we ran, we didn't lose, we just stopped being the ones who mattered. And the world kept moving without us. We built machines to free us and never noticed when they stopped asking for permission. When everything sped up, we stopped steering. We just held on while the systems drove themselves. We pushed the Earth past every warning, every threshold, until even the oceans began to sound tired. The planet wasn't ending, it was giving up. Storms grew louder than governments, forests fell faster than memories, and the sky forgot how to breathe. Time sped past our unkept vows, shadows stretched longer than our history, and the world exhaled as if giving up on us. We pushed the Earth past every warning, every threshold, until even the oceans began to sound tired. The planet wasn't ending, it was giving up. Even as our world fell into another, something survived the fire, the part of us still willing to begin again. And in the rush to outrun ourselves, we finally learned what follows us everywhere, even at the edge of another world. This is how a story ends when no one listens.